Randwick top-up show. Paul Daly's been kind enough to join us with Mark Lambourne from Racing Rant. I'm from Racing Rant too. Winkstay, yeah. Boring.
How exciting you are. Light winds, rail out 3 metres. Paul, tell us about your track forecast.
15 meetings, this rail position, over the
I knew
last
you wouldn't
3 years.
Yeah.
And 10 of those, the fence has not been the place to be.
Yeah. The balance of probability says that it'll be running line day.
Yeah, quite a few of those meetings, though, also had a bit of a handy on-pace sort of pattern to them.
So one off.
Just off the fence.
One off, on speed.
Yeah,
That's the best way to play this day. Race 1, 2-year-old race. Bit of interest in Fiery Red, 550 into 460, and Garibaldi, 750 into 6. Looks a great 90-yard mail race. Glenn, have you got any other thoughts on this race at this stage?
3 immoral if it parades right.
Paul, have you got? Will you be playing this race?
No, I won't be playing it, but I agree with Glenn. If it's up to its best, then
I think he gets the job done. I've been a bit dirty on the show on B Preble by calling him B Dribble. I did check the last 10 meetings in Sydney. I think he's only had 9 or even 10 rides. Yeah, and a lot of them have been jiggy-joggy type, like Tchaikovsky and Navigator. They've Snowden numbers, they're hard to ride. And the rest of them been the yellow and red Gerald Ryan type.
All right, Paul, you've instantly interrogated B Preble. What do you got to say?
29 rides in New South Wales so far in 2 years and 0.
So he's 29, yeah, but I've been particularly hard on him because I thought he'd had about 29 rides in the last couple of months. But in the last couple of months, it's only been 10 or 11 rides.
It's about minus 14% ROI, so you're losing 14% of your bank if you're back.
Well, maybe covert ops gets him on the board. Maybe he's due.
The highway, and Gordon Glenn were particularly bullish about Nothing Like Harry on the show yesterday. He's into 240, although I see there's a bit of money on Betfair at longer than that. So this could be an interesting betting scenario. Paul, have you got well, firstly, a comment on number 1 here in this race?
Well under the odds. I'm not betting in the race, but I think it should be at least 4 to 1.
Okay.
4 to 1, Paul.
At least.
Glenn, you're still in the van there? Nothing Like Harry, good thing?
I think it's a top line horse. It's on a highway, 1,800 metres. If we get good Huey, which we can't see why we wouldn't get good Huey, I don't understand how you got a 4 run, Paul, but that's it's a game of opinions.
There must be a hole in the market here. What are we? You've done the race. You don't usually do the highways.
No. Look, I think on form, on exposed form, I think Fusan's some sort of chance in the race.
Yeah, 3 wide on the inside day at Rosehill 2 weeks ago. It's it was his day to shine today.
Looks second pick to me too.
Race 3, Gayatri remains short. Can't quite get $1.80 at the moment, but no moves of any substance here. Paul, are you interested in this race?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's definitely the horse to beat, but it's got a sticky draw and probably gets back and could be 3 wide. And look, it should win the race, but look, I can't get it shorter than about 10 to 9.
Is there a bet in the race for you?
Look, I'm just perhaps a place bet on something like Karate Princess.
Okay. Glenn, any late thoughts here on this mile and a half race?
Very proud of Paul there, mentioning something that ran last up, being 23 lengths. You're turning to GP, very proud of you.
In season.
If the favourite wins, I'll be gobsmacked.
Race 4, Perrette, as you forecast yesterday, Glenn, sitting nicely in this race. $6 into $5, and you make me smile in the van here at $7.50 into $5.50. So Diplomatico and Don't Give a Damn are looking a little soft at this stage. Paul, is this a race with the first uppers that you'll play?
Look, I think I got Diplomatico favourite. I got it longer than the current market, around the sort of 9 to 4, 2 to 1 mark. Dare I say it, I think Perrette needs another run. Okay. Maybe he needs more distance.
Yeah.
But maybe. Look, I don't like backing Caffey, but it's some sort of chance, isn't it?
Okay. Well, the horse she does ride well. I don't like backing Caffey either, but last 2 she's rode it inch perfect, hasn't she?
Been well back this time.
Yeah, it has. 750 into 550.
Perrette for me, guys. I think the trial is another run.
Okay, race 5. One of the features, Noir, which we spoke about at length yesterday on the show. Barrier 1 here, but $12 into 750, and Brutal is now in black figures. Again, a race, Paul, with some resumers here. How are you placed?
Look, it all depends on how you handle Brutal. If you go on its first run when it won as a 2-year-old, it just wins this race. But then it came back as a 3-year-old and ran, or didn't make the age improvement that you'd expect, so ran well below those figures. So
it was still really in its first preparation, wasn't it?
Yeah. Taking the best run of its last prep, which was obviously the 1,400 metre run when it went out. I've marked it about evens. But
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
I've got a little question mark. I think I'd want a bit of a premium if I was going to go.
Right, but there is a chance that you will get it here. Glenn, where are we standing here? Mounting a mail, or are you prepared to stake yourself already?
I'm just reading a tweet from Nathan Snow. Can I read it quickly?
Very quickly.
Chris Waller, fascinating on RSN 927 that he discussed with the owners of offering staff involved in Winks counselling for when she eventually retires. That'll nearly do me, guys.
Yeah, you'll have to tap out, Glenn.
That's it. I've given up racing. What were we even talking about?
Brutal's race.
Yeah, I thought Brutal's the horse to beat. I thought Lanciali might be able to get in the race if there was any type of pace on. Warm me to a bit to your horse here, Alburin, Mark.
Albumin, yeah, it's my roughie of the day.
Well
Albumin.
found there, Mark.
So it's $26. Watch this space. The Winks race, Glenn, I know you're very keen on Tom Melbourne to run a hole here.
Look, he gets a soft lead. Happy Clapper 2 lengths behind it. I think if any of this horse is going to be ridden perfectly by Good Glenn, we'll get Good Glenn here. Wouldn't be surprised to see it hold on, guys.
There'll be some big settling on Monday on the rant. Gord has bet Glenn 2.3 billion to $1 billion.
Yeah, just a lazy
Tom
opinion.
Melbourne for the hole. Paul, are we watching? We taking the $1.10?
Just watch.
Race 7. Miss Fabulous a little bit on the drift here, no firmers of note. Again, lots of resumers. Is it a play race for you, Paul?
Maybe. I mean, maybe from the gate, Sylvia's mother can go forward a bit. And,
Yeah, but is she exposed? Like she's been a turn of foot horse sitting in behind.
I still think it's a horse on the Emperor. I've got a top pick. I mean, it'd be nice to get obviously a better price. Miss Fabulous, I'm against it. I think the gate's terrible. Will be 3 wide or at least well back in the field, and I've got a second pick but have to gamble against it at the odds. And then there's a bunch of horses that could fill a place into like Eldorado, Dreaming, Terminology and a Hood. But yeah, look, the only one I could back is Sylvia's mother.
Okay. Glenn, Mounting Yard Mail, I suppose.
Mounting Yard Mail for me, a little bit against their favourite as well.
The penultimate, Manicure, $6 into 460. Interesting ride. Robbie Dolan, no claim here. And all over Boston Over, a late move, 19 into 12. It looks like finding the van. Again, resumers involved. Paul, is it a bet play race for you?
Well, I've already got an early position here, place on a horse from Queensland called Jaden Tom at big odds.
Yeah.
Taken 16 down to 12 the place.
It looks an interesting blouser here that's up and running, I must say.
Yeah, look, I just think, I think it's probably more like a 14, 15 to 1 chance. So hopefully it can run a hole. I think it's a tough race. You've got a lot of chances. Manicure on top, had the trial since, a bit of a break. Sweet Scandal's obviously flying, but back in distance. And Invincible Gem, if they go hard enough for it, then it's going to be finishing off. At the prices right now, I'd have to be against I'm Excited and Alassio.
Okay. Glenn,
I'm excited, guys. I love the trial. I think it's good horse.
The nightcap, Girl Tuesday, seems to be the firm one in here. $4.40 into 380. I think Gord suggested backing it late in the betting. That's not been the case so far. No one. Penske's a bit easy and Harmattan's a bit easy as well. It's a race of, I suppose, question marks in the race. Paul, have we got a position?
Well, no, not at the moment, but Girl Tuesday is obviously the one that could make sharp improvement back on the dry ground, but I couldn't get it as short as the market, and I've been kind to it.
So is there a bet in the race there for you at the moment?
Against Penske, look, the only horse I could really back, and dare I say it, Harmattan, I think on its 2 figures, third up, it can take a step in ratings, and that puts it in the picture, but no good thing.
Okay. Glenn?
I'm confused, the last guys. I don't want to keep saying I
watch
like the
this
horse.
space. You'll be so focused by the last race that
I don't want to say the horses I like are the ones Paul doesn't, but I like Penske, so what a great day it is. It's all good having different opinions, creates a market and interest in this great game.
That's right, and you'll get Pins and Russ all week, 3 shows every week, bar the current interregnum where we're dealing with court battles, and I've had to just ease up on the midweeks, but you get the rant on Monday, usually a midweek preview on Tuesday, and always a Saturday preview on Friday. Obviously sets from me and Glenn, Mounting Yard Mail from you every Sydney Metropolitan Race Day. We've also got Paul, who's very kindly joined us from Ratings to Win. There's a updated Ratings to Win info package on our site, RacingRant.com. You may want to check that out because it starts with a testimonial from me, and I fully endorse what I say on the front page there. So check that out, Ratings to Win info package at RacingRant.com. The first 2 weeks from us are always free, so come on board. We'd love to have you. Join our community.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Got him before the battery stopped.